engine running.
Five, 4, 3, 2. Yeah.
Click,
Hey,
click.
wait. Hey, is my mic on? Is my mic on?
Yeah, your mic on.
Check it out. Another episode. Yo, turn. What you doing? Yo, be professional. What?
My shit ain't never on though either. That's the crazy part. I had it on because you called me.
Jeez. Yo, another episode. Love versus Logic. I don't know what episode this is,
This
but
is
I
episode 5. Episode 5.
5. Cinco.
Episode 5.
I am your host, Drew.
And I'm your host, Lowkey.
Lowkey,
Keep that for short.
Breeze, whatever you want to call
Nah,
yourself
it's not
these
Breeze
days.
no more.
Okay, I call you what I call you. Whatever they choose to call you is what they choose to call you. Because now you want to switch it up.
I told him at the last episode.
It's cool though.
What we talking about today though?
What we talking about today is something that, listen, just get to the shits. Compromising versus settling.
Okay.
Because I people don't. It's a touchy subject. People feel one way about settling, and I think that they're two different things. You don't. So
How you gonna tell me what I think?
go ahead. Tell me what you think. Compromising versus settling.
What's the question?
Is one better than the other? Are they the same? What you feel when it comes to that in a relationship?
A relationship takes
Yeah.
a lot of compromise,
Okay.
which is in the same as settling in a way.
All right.
Compromising is what?
Compromising is,
We had the definitions before.
we did come into. You want me to look up the whole definition?
Yeah, give the people what they need.
All right. By definition. All right. By definition, compromise, an agreement or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions.
Cool.
Okay.
So compromising is cool. You cool with the compromise part?
I'm cool with that.
All right.
Right? Because you settling something. But that's the problem because
Okay.
settling, all that is in there.
Okay.
So they are synonymous, but when it comes to a relationship, and I know that we all change definitions, these two things I think are situational, especially when it comes to a relationship. Okay,
speak more.
so for me, if I'm in a relationship and I compromise, it's, yo, we moving into a house, and yo, she want blue, I want another color. And then we say, okay, you know what? Well, you can't have your way. I can't. We find something common that we both like, and then we do that.
All right.
That's compromise.
All right.
Settling is when a person says, okay, you know what? They taking less than what they want. They settling for less. It's like, all right, well, I want somebody that's smart, funny, got a good job.
You can't give me an example based on two different things.
What you mean?
You can't tell me the one is
Okay,
about
so
the house and then one is in a relationship.
so now, all right, so now you
come
want me
on
to?
now.
So I mean, they both in a
'Cause
relationship.
you
So
doing shit to make your argument right.
I'll go
Absolutely.
to the house. So now me and Shorty, we bought a house. Okay, she want purple, I want blue. Neither one of us get the number one color that we chose. So then we go to common ground and we say, okay, well,
agreed.
we're gonna do fucking gummy bear, right?
So none of y'all got what y'all wanted.
Neither
Let's
one
be
of us got
clear.
right.
All right.
So we
came
came to an agreement and said, okay, we'll do this so that neither one of us feels slighted, right? So then when you come to settling, it's okay, well, she want purple, I want blue. I'm saying, well, okay, we can do purple. And I really don't want to do the shit. That ain't compromising for me.
You are compromising.
No, I'm settling because you said use that. So I'm settling.
You're compromising.
I'm not compromising.
Compromising. You saying, okay, cool. Maybe it ain't that big of a deal for me.
But that's the thing. It is that big of a deal for me. That's what it is. That's what
Okay.
settling is. When it's something that big of a deal, and you say, okay, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take less.
You can't change the meaning of it based on the magnitude. It's you settling for
Abso-
good or you
abso-
settling negatively.
You absolutely can.
That's fucking preposterous.
Oh, here we go.
That don't make no sense. You can't change the definition of a word based on the magnitude. If you mad or you not mad,
Settling.
it's not like yo that nigga was mad.
Listen,
Still mad, right?
settling and compromise is two different things.
Okay.
For me, it's two different things.
For you.
I think for
But
I think
not
for
what Webster said though.
fuck Webster.
Now we're not going by Webster.
I'm telling you,
Webster told you what it was, and you going to tell us what it is to you, like we do every fucking day.
yeah, that's life. Shit changes. Shit is situational.
So you can't tell them that it's not that settling is bad.
I didn't listen.
Or
Whatever works for you. If you feel like settling works for you, then that's cool. But when we say settling, it's you taking less. Compromise is we come into an agreement to do something else. Settling is no, one party is taking less. That's what settling is.
What's wrong with taking less? Everything is not always even. The reciprocation is not always the same. You give 80, she'll probably give you 60 back, but it's like, okay, that's good enough. Everything not always 50-50.
That's the whole thing about it. Like, I'm not saying everything has to be 50-50, but this is the thing. If you are not okay with receiving less than 100% and you settle for 80, that's settling. If you say, I want 100%, but this is all they're giving me, if you think you could go out and find more, but if you sit up here saying like, well, if you look at it like this, I'm gonna just go ahead and take this because this is what I have here, instead of going out there to look for something else. Like you.
Would you rather settle in court or take 100 years?
Don't do that. Like I said, that's too.
Which one would you rather do?
Let's settle for what?
Settle for less than 100. You know what the terms is.
Like I said, that's not gonna work because we're not talking about that because it's two totally different things, two totally different areas.
It's the word settling. That doesn't change. A settle.
We talking about relationship.
That doesn't change.
You can't tell me how it changes. It changes for me.
The definition don't change. Settle. Like I said, you can't change you can't change the definition based on the magnitude of the situation.
Who can?
It can be good. It can be bad. You settle for something good because you know that you probably was gonna get 100 years. You settle for something that's not an argument.
But we talking about
back to relationship. You settle for something. Like, all right, cool. It ain't. You gonna say, oh, it is a big deal? Then leave.
That ain't it.
Yes, it is. Because if it's something that you feel like you don't want to give less, you don't want to receive less from of a situation.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's settling.
Absolutely.
And you cool with that?
I'm not a settler.
That's not. You are if you compromise.
You're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you compromise, we're coming to an agreement. If you settle, one party is taking less than what they want.
The compromise is not always an agreement.
What do you mean the compromise?
The compromise is not always an agreement.
I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is for me.
We're not having this conversation if we're going off of what the definition is. This is the problem with the world. They want to go off of what shit is to them. The definition is clearly telling you what it is. And you're going to tell me, I don't care. That's not how I feel about it. I don't care.
If we was going based off the definition, there's no reason to do the episode.
This is the best part about the episode so people can start using words correctly. And you saying no because you're one of the ones who stuck on not using it correctly. You want to use it for what you want to use it for.
No, because there's more than one definition for it.
Of course.
Like I said, it's synonymous. So you can use it in multiple ways. Okay. Now, how you view it, that's where the problem comes in. Because, like I said, so compromise, people view it as, okay, that's something positive. Settling, people view it as something negative. Because, like I said, for me, if I settle for something, it's like, all right, well, I really want something else, but I'm going to take this.
I get the way you word it.
Yeah, like I really want something else, but I'm going to take this. That's what that is.
So when you compromise, you really want something else, but you'll take this. You just said it. When you say, okay, we both not going to get this color. We're going to take this. You're still not getting what you want.
And neither is the other part. It's equal.
Everything's not equal in relationships.
We ain't talking about that.
This podcast is about relationships between love and logic.
What does? Because I think you're going somewhere else with it.
So tell me where I'm going.
I think you're going somewhere completely left with it. Because you're talking about, all right, so everything. So it's about how you want your relationship structured. So if you want to compromise in your relationship when it comes to certain things, and that's, like I said, I think that, yeah, This should be compromised. Well, like I said, settling is taking less than what you want.
Okay.
And it ain't just about the house, right? So I need you to communicate. You don't do that. So now I'm in a relationship where the person don't communicate. So now I want this person to clean. She don't do that. Now I'm in a relationship where the person don't clean. So now there's two things that I'm settling less for. It ain't no compromise because
settling could be good and bad. I don't understand why you so stuck on it being so negative.
I didn't say it was negative. I said
Every
it
time
could
I
be.
say it's good and bad,
It could be. Just like some people could view a compromise as bad. Like spoiled people view a compromise as bad.
because you feel like you should get everything that you want.
Why not?
That's a spoiled person.
No, it's not.
If you're in a relationship, you think you're gonna get everything you want, then you're not gonna compromise at all.
When it comes to what though?
Come on, we just talking about what you said. You just said a spoiled person does. So that's what I referred to.
When it comes to it's too broad. When it comes to what? Because if I'm saying, okay, well, I want to be spoiled in my sex life, right? Like I want everything. I want her to do everything that I want her to do. Right? Like if she just ain't comfortable doing some shit, am I settling for less?
What we was talking about was the broad. When you said spoiled people do, I said they want everything to go their way. Everything. I didn't break it down to anything. So when I say everything, I mean everything. The sex, the money, the lifestyle, everything. She
Okay.
wants the love, the attention, everything. That's what a spoiled person think they gonna get out of a relationship. You're not
Okay.
getting that. Wake up. You're not getting it.
Yo.
I'm
but
dead ass serious.
But you
You're
don't know
not
that.
getting it.
You don't know that.
Well, if you find it, God bless you.
But that's the thing. You don't know that. You can't
It's
say
rare.
that.
It's rare.
All right, there you go.
It's rare.
Right.
You're gonna get everything you. It depends on what you want to.
That's what. All right then. So that's why I said.
But we're not talking about the fucking people who don't have no fucking value or don't want nothing out of a relationship. We're not talking about them people who just want to fucking live off the land.
Who we talking about?
We talking about the people. We ain't doing
Alright.
that shit. You know
What
who
you
you know
mean?
who we talking to and who we talking for.
Listen, I'm talking
We're
to.
not talking about people
I'm
who say I just
talking-
want a boyfriend because I never had one and I hope he feeds me. We're not talking about those people. I don't care about how I live or nothing.
They're still in a
and
relationship.
You can find that type. I can find that shit if I wanted it. The grand shit is hard to find. If the shit of value is hard to get. That low level
Okay.
shit, yeah, you get that shit.
Okay, so settling versus
You got me
compromising.
hot today.
I see.
Yo, because you talking some bullshit.
So settling versus compromising for you, it's the same thing.
It's one and the same.
It's one and the same.
Yes. I don't see no problem with none of them.
Okay, I never said I
Me.
saw a problem with anything.
You asking me the questions about me, right?
All right, I'm asking you a question.
I'm
Yeah.
answering it.
All
So why you talking
so
about you?
so settling versus compromising, you believe it's the same thing. Do you view? So you view it in a negative light or you view it in a positive light?
Both.
So it could be
keep
both
saying
positive.
that.
It could be both positive and negative.
Yeah.
So
Depends
what's-
on what you settling for?
Okay. So you in a relationship and your partner doesn't communicate.
Come to quizzes.
Listen, because you have to do this
going
now.
to the shit that's the one of the most important things in a relationship. Of course, I'm not going
Why not?
settle for that. Of course, I'm not going to settle for that.
Because so let me. You know what? Let me say this. Compromise, right?
Right.
There's a conversation,
Right.
and we come to an agreement.
Is it always a conversation when you compromising with somebody? Just tell me that. I don't know.
Yes, for me, yes.
I'm not. All right. So we only talking about for you.
No, because
But it
I
might-
can't say for you. So for you, you think okay, well, if you don't
I don't
come
have to tell you I'm doing something for you. For you.
Well, by definition, it's a settlement, right?
Okay.
How else do you settle things? In a dispute court, reached by each side making concessions,
That's why I asked you.
reached by each side.
So now we clear.
So you have to talk to the other person.
Okay.
Now, when you settling, you don't have to talk to the other person. You don't,
Okay.
because that's within you. It's like, yo, I want this, and this person ain't giving it to me, but because, you know what, I use this.
But you can talk to the other person.
I'll use this.
Hold on, let's go back there. But you can talk to the other person. You can say, I want this, and
You
they don't give it
can.
to you, and you just say, fuck it. So it can still be a conversation. So
You
don't say it
can.
like it's not a conversation.
Okay, you can.
All right, go ahead.
So, like
Try
I
to
said,
talk all fast and shit.
I will say this. I'm in my, let's say there's a woman, right?
Mhm.
She's 40. She don't have kids. She's with a man that doesn't want kids, but she also wants to be married. He's willing to marry her, but he don't want to have kids with her. Now, because she feels like, yo, I'm getting too old to keep looking, I'm gonna just go ahead and take this. That ain't compromise. That's her settling.
Say it again, y'all. It all sound like compromise to me.
40-year-old woman feels like
And it sound like she is down on her own luck with her age. That's on you.
Like
honey.
I said, that's her settling. I'm not saying that's her settling.
Run it back.
40-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. She's in a relationship. She wants to get married. She wants to have kids. Okay. The man that she's with doesn't want to have kids, but he don't mind marrying her. Mm-hmm. She says, okay, because she's getting older, she don't want to keep looking for love. She's just gonna go ahead and marry this man and just not have kids, even though that's what she really wants. That's her settling because of something else, because she feels like she's losing time, so she's settling.
It got nothing to do with him.
I didn't say it did.
So why are you bringing that up? We talking about relationships.
You can't do that because you're not listening to me.
Maybe I'm not.
You're not listening to me.
I'm not understanding where you're going over
I just said, a compromise for me, a compromise.
But if you break it down, compromise, and this, you put it in relationship form, not singular.
I just put it in relationship form.
Okay, but her being old, she older, so she don't think that she don't want to waste time looking for love to have to find somebody to have kids with.
Right.
It got nothing to do with him.
Why don't it?
It don't. That's something on you.
And I just said that's what settling is. It's on you. I've been said that. It's recorded.
That's that particular situation then. Okay, let's say that's just that particular situation. They still had a conversation.
Okay.
Is that bad that she's settling?
For her, yes.
How is that bad that she's settling? She came into reality. She just chose this one over this one. She compromised with herself. Said, I want this. I want this. I'd rather have this. Because I don't want to go out looking for love and then waiting longer because I might not even get this one.
So she settled.
I compromised with myself.
So she settled. She didn't compromise with herself. She settled because you can't compromise with yourself because
you talk to yourself every day.
That's one party,
I talk to myself all the time.
That's one party. Earlier you said, okay, we're not going to change.
Is something settled?
You just said compromise.
Compromise is the settlement,
You said
right?
she compromised with herself.
Compromise with the settlement.
An agreement
Did she settle it?
Or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions. Each side making concessions.
She talked to him already. Did she not?
Listen.
She had to talk to him to know that he don't want kids.
Okay.
She talked to him. So if we want to say two sides, she did. It was two sides involved.
Now, settlement. An official agreement intended to resolve a dispute or conflict. It didn't say each side making concessions. It don't say that at all. That's the difference. And this is what I've been saying. So in a compromise, both parties give up something. They both give up something. In a settlement, one person is taking less than what they want.
In a compromise, two parties give up something?
That's what I just said.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck compromise means.
That's what I just said.
That definition said two people give up something? Both parties give up something?
Each side, for compromise, yes. Each side makes concessions. Each side.
What's concessions? Only thing I know is the stand. So break that one down for me too. We getting down to the bottom of this shit.
Just
today.
what you
What's
said.
Concessions?
They each give up something.
Look it up. I want to hear from them, not you.
There you go, man.
I don't believe you.
This motherfucker. Say something. Don't just have dead air.
It gotta be though, because like concession stands, you are giving something. And you getting something.
Let's see where we want to go.
I want to go to Webster.
No, so you got a thing that is granted, especially in response to demands. A thing conceded.
I think that is granted.
So
that
the
don't
strikers,
mean both of them gave up something.
The strikers return to work having won some.
Now you going down to the sixth definition.
You want to talk or you want to listen? Which one you want to talk?
I want to talk
right,
right after
so that's
you
the
talk.
thing. So you want to talk?
Go to the first. I want to talk right after you say some shit. So now you want to talk.
You don't want to listen. The strikers return to work having won some concessions. The action of conceding, granting, or yielding something. A concession, a gesture, especially a token one made in recognition of demand, yada, yada, yada.
That don't sound like two people giving up something to me. And it
We
goes
did
like
concession.
that.
We did concession, not
But
compromise. What a concession is. Giving up something is what a concession is.
That's the stand. One person, but you said two people. You said they both give up something. Yes or no?
That has not.
You said they both give up something.
The number of people has nothing to do with concession. That one word, the number of people.
I'm talking about compromise.
All right, compromise. Nigga, you can read the shit your goddamn self. It says
compromise. Go ahead.
Each side. So for this, each side, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, more than one, plural. Give up something.
It said each side give up something?
Each side make concession.
I just that like a minute ago.
Each side make concession. I read this shit 4 fucking times.
All right, cool.
Each side gives up something.
All right.
Okay. Yo, how are we gonna make this work? Well, I need you to stop doing this. Okay, well, if I stop doing this, I need you to stop doing that. That's a compromise. That's the concession. Okay, well, I gave up drinking. She gave up going out with her girls. We're together, we're happy. Those were the concessions.
Then I don't like compromise then. I don't like that shit.
You don't like compromise?
I don't like that shit then.
What you mean?
That's the examples of what it is?
That's what compromise is.
I don't like it. It don't gotta be we both gotta give up something. No. It ain't, no. No.
Yes.
No.
That's what compromise is.
Mm-mm.
We each have to give up something.
Mm-mm. I'm good on that.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I'm good on that.
Yes. Yo, you did all that just to say you could compromise.
I'm here to party. I'm good on that shit.
Serious.
Then, I'm dead ass.
You did all that just to say, yo.
Hell yeah, it's a fucking movie in here.
Yo, this motherfucker's wild. You wild.
I'm good, bro. I'm good on that.
You wild for that.
I gotta give up saying, and you?
Yes, that's what compromise is.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. So when a person settles,
delete all that shit then.
Yo, that's like when a person settles.
Only one person giving up.
Yeah, like you bullying the other person in the relationship.
I'm not bullying you.
I know you ain't bullying me, dog.
Not today.
It ain't happening. That don't happen.
Drink your drink.
Come on.
Drink
See, here you go. See?
Put the courage. Pick it up.
Listen, man. Yo, he doing that for the camera. He know what it is.
All right, so let's go back to this compromise thing.
Let's go back to
compromise.
I'm not with it. You're not with compromise.
If that's it, if we both got to give up something, why I got to come to you and tell you I don't like something, then all of a sudden, you know what? You got to stop doing this.
Because you want to make the relationship work.
You could have. Why I got to come to you first for you to come back to me with something?
I mean, just because everybody not on the same level.
You got all the answers like this today,
listen,
don't
man,
you?
Listen, I'm with it. Because everybody's not on the same level when it comes to maturity. So somebody might not like something that you do, and they feel like, okay, well, if I'm going to stop doing this, I feel like I need to get something in return. Something that's going to make me feel comfortable giving up what you want me to give up.
Compromise?
Yes.
And that's cool.
That's cool.
Motherfuckers will just make up some shit just to get something out of it. And that's what compromise
is. If they make it up, then that's on them. But if it's something that I really want you to stop doing,
you going to do it.
If I want to stay there.
That's crazy to me.
If I still want to make
fuck a compromise.
Yeah, I'm with compromise all the way.
Nah, you
because
you some.
I don't want to be.
I gave you money for the Parkway yesterday.
I don't need to be dominant in a relationship to the point where I'm bullying my partner. So my partner feels like they settling for less. Well, nobody ever felt like they were settling with less for me. I just got to say that because I'm an ill motherfucker. But yeah, absolutely. Like you come to concessions and marriage.
Now you know. Now you just know what concessions mean.
Yo,
just using it as shit. Come to concessions.
Don't do that. Don't. Yo,
come on, yo.
Stop playing with me, yo.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yo, stop playing with me, man.
That boy love that word.
You know my vocabulary is.
You ain't no concessions, and you've been using that shit since.
Yo, you know what?
My nigga, yo, that's good. That's good retention. Give me some.
Get the fuck out. Yo, stop playing with me.
Yo, I was really giving it up though.
When you give up something for the betterment of the relationship, okay, perfect. You know what? Maybe I can make this make better sense to you.
I got it already. If that's what it is, got it. I don't like it.
Because I know that you disagree. I know that you really don't feel like that. Because I know you are a fan of compromise. I know 1,000% you're a fan of compromise. You will 100% sacrifice something for the betterment of the team. Like we played team sports. You will 100% sacrifice minutes if like, yo, nah, coach, he cooking. Let him go ahead and rock so we can win.
Yeah, but they're not giving me nothing back. I'm not.
You getting a win in return because that's what you care most about, the win.
But I'm not. Is it a difference because I'm not asking for it?
It don't matter how it come to you.
Okay, so no matter how it comes.
It don't really matter how it come to you. It really don't.
So how y'all get to the compromise part for you to do, for her to do what you?
At the end of the day,
how you get there?
You didn't settle. You didn't settle. You compromised.
I don't understand that because if it's something that I really like doing, I'm gonna give it up for you. Sound like I'm settling.
Not if you really want this relationship to work. You know, because if you say
I be settling to make the relationship work, why can't it be that? Now we back here again. Cause it sounds like settling, my nigga.
Listen, yo, when you settle, you giving something up that you really don't want to give up. If it's bothering you, then yeah, you settling. If you compromise and you be like, yo, it really ain't that big a deal. Like it's for the betterment of this, then all right, cool. We compromise. We came to an agreement that this is what we're going to do.
I feel like we said this in the beginning.
Yeah, you tripping because you for compromise. I know you for compromise.
Not if it's that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Because I'm not asking. I'm not. If I do something for, I compromise a lot. If from my definition.
I know you compromise. I know you.
What I'm saying is I'm not getting shit in return, but the blessings from God. You get what I'm saying? Like if I compromise something that I got going on, I promise to God I'm not getting shit back. What am I getting back? I compromise a lot of shit for other people. You don't know that, but I'm not getting nothing back. You get what I'm saying? So when you say compromise is you get this and I get this, I don't agree with shit like that. Sometimes you could just do it from the kindness of your heart and then just get back what you get back from the universe.
But
you get what I'm saying?
If you just doing
even in the relationship,
I feel like if you just doing it to do it, like then it's not a compromise. It's just you being someone, like you just trying to put out a fire before it starts. That's not a compromise. It's not.
I don't like this topic, yo, because we about to go like 30 more minutes, huh?
What you want to shoot something else and come back to this?
No. I fuck with this one.
Oh, all right. Hey.
Nah, keep all that shit.
Like, cause
I just don't like.
You don't like compromise.
I don't. That's just. Damn, my compromise is give and take.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it took 26. It took 26 minutes for this motherfucker to realize, compromise is give and take. Yeah, it's two people. Yeah.
But it took. We still going. When was you going to get there?
I've been said this shit. I just didn't say it in those words. Give and take. I said it's two people giving something. Concessions.
Stop there.
Concessions.
Nah, but
I'm gonna do an album. Call me Usher. It's called Concessions.
Cause the fuck. That was fire though.
Like, come on.
I'm gonna hold you for that shit, yo.
Like, yo, you wild.
July. But I think this shit got steered where we putting it in comparison.
Okay. Probably. And maybe, look, if you're in a relationship and you want that shit to work, sit down with your partner. If you got to make concessions, only if you want to make it work, you want to have a compromise, do that. Yeah, I feel like now I don't like this because like I feel like I said this word so many times. Niggas like, yo, he really knew what this shit meant before, and I did.
We just saw you did.
Yo,
I forgot about it.
Here you go with your nonsense.
But
for real, like that's what it is. A relationship should be give and take. When it's not give and take, when it's a motherfucker just taking, that's settling.
But your wording is like, when you come to a compromise, it's like, you get this, I get this. But when I said it, it made more sense from the broad shit that we already knew. A relationship is give and take. You give and you take. But it's not necessarily transactional, giving and taking. That's how I took it.
You got a union, right?
I don't work.
Okay, so in most, like when it come to union, right?
Yeah,
like when it come to union agreements,
I work,
right? And when it come to union agreements, like, yo, all right, cool, we'll give y'all this, but y'all not getting this.
Nah. They take.
Oh, take. That's all we do is settle. Like, y'all want to settle for this? Yeah, we might as well.
That type of settle shit, bro.
Yeah, we might as well. But
that's different. No, I get you.
Yes, relationships are give and take. They're compromise. If you want something and you're not getting it, and you say, okay, well, I don't want to keep pushing the issue. If you still feel some way about that shit, you settling.
So, I was about to ask you that. So, when does it become settling?
When you, like I said, when you sit up here and you just like, yeah, like you make it, you take it upon yourself to say, you know what, I'm tired. Like this person not getting my point, or I don't think I'm gonna get anything better. When you weigh the risk versus the reward,
Hot sauce.
when you weigh the risk versus the reward, and you feel like, hey, the risk is too great, I'm gonna just do this. You settling because you operating out of whenever you operate out of fear or anything aside from positivity. Like I think that you settling. Like you 1,000% settling. It's like, yo, they gonna pay me 15 right here, right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get that somewhere else. I'm gonna just go ahead and take this. When you operate,
Oh, that's not gambling.
you said it's not gambling.
Oh, that's not gambling.
Listen,
No,
man.
you don't like settle.
I
It's
don't.
cold as fucking here, yo. For this month, I hold that shit, yo. Damn.
I don't like settling because
Yeah,
if I feel like I could get more, I'm gonna go get more. I'm gonna always bet on myself. Like always, 1,000%. Like I'm never gonna sit up here and be like, yo, I might as well just go ahead and do this because this is where it's at right now. You know what? I put it to you like this, and I think
It's a fine line between them all.
I think one of the perfect ways to explain this is, you saw the movie Acrimony, right?
No.
Yes, you did.
Mm.
It's, you ain't see it? All right, so anyway, Taraji P. Henson, I don't know old boy that played, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, I apologize.
It
My
just
phone
came
is,
out like 19 or 20.
something like that. My phone is right here, but I really don't feel like looking it up. No disrespect to him, but, so anyway, in the movie, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert. In the movie, Taraji character, she meets a guy. He got this big idea about this battery. He worked on this battery for years. She funded.
Yeah, I seen this shit.
Yeah, right. Like she funded all that shit. Yo, so they was like, yo, he going to a meeting. They like, yo, we want to buy it. Finally, they said, yo, we want to buy your battery. They ain't want to give him the rights to it or some all that. And he was just like, yeah, no, I'm not taking that deal. Like I'm not gonna make 10 cents on the dollar when I can make the whole dollar. Mm-hmm. So she was upset because son ain't settled for less than he thought he was worth. Mm-hmm. And then what wound up happening? They're like, yo, you know what? Boom, we're gonna go ahead and give you the whole shebang, the whole kit and caboodle. Son come up, right? But she already dumped him, right? Because he went after what he wanted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He went after what he wanted. He got what he wanted. She left him. Yo, he gave her all the money back, bought her mom's house, and she lost her fucking mind. She lost her mind because everything that he said he wanted to do for her, he did for another woman. I mean, I think that get into something else because that was all his dream, and then, you know, damn, my bad, yada, yada, yada. But
yeah, from her, it's like, how long do I wait?
Right.
How long do I wait for your creation to come to life?
But that's the thing, right? Because you know what was happening?
Ooh.
There was no compromising. He was taking. But it would have been, I feel like if she really believed in him,
different story, right?
It's a different story. But you was just doing that shit because that was your husband. That was your man, so you felt like you had to do it. You didn't really want to do it.
Because she loved him.
She didn't stand by him. And then, you know, then she lost her mind because everything that he said he was going to do, he did it.
And she felt like she was entitled to it.
Oh, that entitlement.